Morning guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we're doing an intro. We don't normally, we get the van in or the vehicle in, we get on with the job and we talk about everything that we fitted afterwards. But we wanted to do something slightly different because this particular 2024 Benimar is in for lots of what we call accessories. Quite a few lighting upgrades and some other bits and pieces, and that's just because it makes a change from the normal stuff that we're doing, like the Alpine halos, the sound deadening, the speakers, the subwoofer. So this makes it an exciting and interesting video. Now, as you see right now at the moment, we have the standard Fiat front grille with the little bonnet bra on, and you have got no factory fog lights at all. They are just the blanks. So at the end of this video, or the end of today, this is going to be transformed. We're going to take this grille off and we are going to fit the Lazer Lights RRR 750 standard model. Now the standard model gets cut into the grille, but it also has a position light on it, so a daytime driving light, which will stay on when you're normally driving around normal daytime conditions. And then of course will be attached to the high beam for when you want that for off-road use or nighttime driving. And then down here where we've got our factory fog light positions here, these blanks will be removed. On the older model we have to hole saw in, but with these they are removed and they're going to be replaced with the LED, 4 LED Cobb style daytime driving lights. So this vehicle, he said he wants more light on the road, he wants to be more visible on the road, and that means that whilst he's driving around during the day, you're going to have some ultra bright LEDs down here. You're also going to have your laser lights on your position lights or daytime driving lights, and then depending also what we've got here with the headlights, you're going to have them on here. So lots of light. Now they are all going to be different colors, because this is something that someone has said before. We can't control, we don't go to the manufacturer and say, can you all make sure your color temperatures align, because that's impossible. So we're going to have ultra white down here, then we've got the standard laser lights, and then we've got the factory LED ones here. Anyway, irrespective of that, that's what the customer wants, so that's what we're going to do. And if you join me around the side here, we're also going to be fitting a set of dynamic indicators, which are going to replace the clear ones for stealth. On the dashboard, we're going to do the Mark II multifunction dash gadget. Already discussed with the customer where that's going to go. And then last but not least, we're then going to open the sliding door, and around about here, we're going to drill through and fit our external dual USB-A dash gadget. So join me over at the table and we'll have a quick look through the products. Right, let's start with the, seeing as we started at the front of the vehicle before, let's start with the LED daytime running lights that are in the form of a fog light style. These are really cool. We supply them on their own if you want to fit them yourselves. And these come with a little cap and a wing nut on the back so that you can secure them. These black plastic caps come off, so if you want to get them color coded, you can. We've done that on multiple occasions, but we don't need to do it on this vehicle because there are so many contrasting black parts on this van. We've got gloss black at the bottom, we've got gloss black grille, we've got gloss black wing mirror covers, we've got loads of things that are gloss black. So that's going to fit in there nicely. And when the ignition is on, they will be full brightness, but when the side lights go on or the lights go on, they will then dim for nighttime use. So that's the LED daytime running lights, but in a fog light style. We've then got the dynamic indicators. So we're going to remove the old factory flashing indicators and put on the stealth black indicators like that. So that's going to look really good. And again, we only really fit the stealth ones when you've got a vehicle like this that lends itself to just lots of black going on the vehicle. So it's going to look really, really good. Now, going back to the rest of the components on the table here, we've got the multi-function dash gadget. This is the Mark II. Ignore the cigarette lighter, that will be cut off and that will be hardwired in with the fuse. We will take the connection out the bottom of the unit, so you won't see any of that. You can imagine it's just, well, forget it's there. And then we're going to use double-sided tape, and that's going to give the customer loads of things: time, date, digital speedo, barometer, coloured LED lights, loads of stuff on there that you might not, you might feel like you want pitch and roll. There's so many things, but do check out our dedicated video for that on our YouTube channel, or have a look on our website. We'll give you more information and pictures on that as well. Then we talked about the external dual USB charger, but for some reason I called it a dash gadget again because I had that in my brain. This is the external dual USB-A waterproof USB charger. This was designed for the marine environment or marine application. That's how it looks. So once that's been fitted inside the vehicle, all you're going to see on the outside of the vehicle is this, and when you want it, you just push, and because it's not fixed in at the moment, and once it's fixed in like so, you've then got dual USB up there with a little waterproof seal. So when we put that back down like so, and we press the button, that then locks and makes it waterproof. So completely waterproof, completely weatherproof, and designed for the marine market. And again, because he's got so much black on the vehicle, that's going to look really, really cool and be highly functional. So before we forget, let's put those back in there. Now, last but not least, we are going down talking about the laser lights. So the laser lights, all of the laser lights that we fit are the RRR 750 units. You've got the standard, which is what this is. You've got the wide, and you've got the elite. The elite are the brightest in terms of beam pattern, width and throw. The wide just does really, really super wide throw, and this is the standard. So the standard fitting kit still has a really good wide and long throw, but it also has built in the position lights, or the marker lights, or the daytime running lights, depending on what you want to call it. Just going to grab a knife. Okay, so let's just show you these. These are big old units, so we don't normally show you them out of the box because they're normally being fitted at the time, but take a look at those. Beautifully well machined, well crafted bits of kit. Very, very, very good bit of quality of product on here. That's poor choice of words, but amazing quality and does the job exactly. Got some nice heat sinks on there for heat dissipation, and that's going to be then cut into the front plastic grille. So in fact, this fan is going to have quite a bit of a lighting makeover. So see you back in a bit during halfway, and then once we finish, we'll show you all the kit working. Welcome back to this 2024 Benimar. We have now finished, so I've had myself Tom and Jason working on this today, just because we were all working in different areas. Jason was fitting the aftermarket LED daytime running lights that replace the factory fog lights if you've got them. If you haven't got them, you would have had the blanks that you saw earlier, and they look really, really good. Also, as I mentioned earlier, you can actually get these rings painted, but it's in contrast now with the rest of the black on the vehicle, and that looks good. So on normal daytime driving, they're full brightness. When you put your lights on or when auto kicks in, they then dim for dusk driving or nighttime driving. The grille has been cut. We get a little grille fitting kit. So the inserts go in, and then using a hand saw, hand blade, you are able to cut the holes out for the laser lights. Now there are 3 different models of the RRR 750. This is the standard model, which has a position light built in. The position light can be white or amber. Unfortunately, amber's not legal in the UK, so therefore we have to set it up for white. So when the ignition is on, then these will just light up in low power mode, but also as a daylight running light or daytime running light. So this vehicle now in essence has got 3 factory daytime running lights here, daytime running lights here, daytime running lights down here. It just means that he is going to be more visible on the road during the day and at low light levels until then the headlights come on. Now, this has also then been wired up into the high beam. So as per the factory stock, there's no independent switches, all wired in. So when you flash somebody, you're going to get high beam on here and high beam on here, and then when you push your stalk forward, these are going to come on full power, and you can also adjust. So we've just adjusted them ourselves for them to be dead vertical, but you can adjust both hands and you can adjust them to where you want them to be, and that looks fantastic. Now at the same time, we've also then done the dynamic indicators. So what we do in seconds, we'll put them all on. So the dynamic indicators have been replaced. The clear ones have gone. We've now gone for the stealth black ones. And because this is newer than 2022, we had to fit more resistors in behind to stop the rapid flashing up on the dashboard. So we cloth all of that and pop those in, and they look fantastic. And then follow me, we haven't finished yet. Okay, so we now have the awesome Scan Strut product. They do lots of different products. We're fitting another one that's a roof waterproof gland for the Starlink in a couple of weeks' time. But this is a product that we keep in stock because we fit so many of them. Cracking bits of kit, works really, really nicely with the white and black theme on this vehicle, and it's completely waterproof. It's designed for the marine environment. So that's in its locked position. When you want it, you just push your thumb in, and you open up the lid with a little spring loaded, and you've got 2 USB-A sockets in there. So you could plug your USB-A up inside like so. I'll tell you what, let me go and get a lead. Now you'll notice that we've got a little red light up inside the cavity here, and that just shows you so that when you're able to plug it in, because obviously they're USB, so they're keyed. So you can find it, push it in like so, and as long as the supply is on in the motorhome, so let's just clear this out the way, and then when we plug in the device, that then starts charging. You can see it's charging at the top there. We've got a little signal up on there. And then if you wanted to, so you could have a nice long lead and a table here, and it's all nicely contained in this area here. Now the reason why we have fitted this socket here is one, because it's within the boundary or area of the awning, but also because of the fact that this is one of the sliding door conversions. So I'm just going to walk past Sammy, and Sammy stay there a minute. So if we open the door here, we were severely limited to where we could fit this, and there's actually a vertical brace bar here, so we couldn't have gone any further this way, but it's perfect. We've put it in line with the Benimar. It's really, really handy. It doesn't work all the time. You have to have a certain supply on in there, which is the lighting supply, because they don't just do a random 12-volt supply in here. We'd normally take it off a USB charger or something, but there isn't any. So we've taken it off the lighting supply up in the cupboard. And now it just means that you've got dual USB for plugging in a torch, your Bluetooth speaker, your phone, whatever you want to do, it's there, it's handy, it's done. So if you are interested in any of these sort of external charging sockets or internal, then please do get in touch with us. We'll be doing more of the scan strut range over the next few months. I think that's it. Oh, the multifunction dash gadget. So we're going to have a quick look at that on the dashboard. Okay, so we now have the Mark II of the multifunction dash gadget. Bit of a tongue twister. I'm just going to put the ignition on so you can see that. That's wired into the ignition, and the GPS has been put underneath the dashboard so that you don't see any of it. It's got some fan-dabby-doozy LED lights on there that you can either have one colour or no colours, or you can have all the colours and you can have it strobing or pulsing or doing whatever you want it to do. They are very good at making these things these days, and everybody wants LED lights. Now, apart from the obvious, which I'm just going to point out a few things for you. On the right hand side, we've got the compass. So once the vehicle starts moving and picks up GPS outside, we've got the compass here. We've got our latitude and longitude. We are 59, 60 metres above sea level at the moment. We've got our pitch and roll in degrees. We've got our day of the week. So I haven't set any of this. This has all been set up by the GPS. So it knows it's Tuesday. It knows it's the 23rd of June, 2026. Unfortunately, you can't change the format of the date, which is annoying, but so it's almost backwards, but it's not really a major issue because you know it's the 23rd. Got the time on the left hand side, which I do believe you can change to 24-hour. We've got our speed, which is currently in kilometers, which I need to switch over to miles per hour. Our barometer, which is this. Don't know much about the barometer, but the high pressure is obviously very high at the moment. Because it's really, really hot. Voltage is saying that it's 12.9 and it says it's 28.2 degrees here, which it is 28.2 degrees in this workshop in the shade. It's incredibly warm, but I'm not complaining about it. Now, in terms of other features and functions, we have done a dedicated video on this, but you've got elevation, altitude, you've got roll, you've got the barometer, you've got digital speed, you've got voltage indicator, you've got a fatigue alarm, you can have your ambient light set to however you want it. You've got the pitch as well as the roll, you've got the longitude and latitude, electronic compass, thermometer, electronic clock, and also things like a speaker and auto brightness built in. So you can put your hand over here, which then puts it down for night use like so. But I will go through this with the customer in the morning because this is personal settings. He might want it set up a different way, and he might want all the features and functions. There's no point in me wasting my time, and then he'll say, no, I don't want that, and change it. So we do have two of these on the website. We've got the Mark I, which is slightly smaller and less gizmo-y, and then this is the new one, which has proven to be very popular, even if it is slightly bigger, but you've got the LED lights on there as well. So we're going to cut off now. We're done and dusted. Customers are going to be chuffed to bits with this. And there's anything or any products in this video that you've seen, any comments you want to make, let's make them polite, hopefully, please. But also get in touch with us via the contact form if you are interested in anything that we've done. And that's it. Website links in the bio, contact forms on our website. Thank you for watching. If you don't subscribe already, please hit the subscribe button. We're doing really, really well at the moment, and we really appreciate you guys watching and liking our stuff, and we'll keep rolling out the exciting videos. Many thanks.